have to say things have gone in ways that I've not expected them to go. I kind of need to get stuff off my chest. I usually just put it in the blog, but this is not possible right now. And when I hate going. I'm not a recluse. I'm not a person who tries to hide from society and life. Not at all. I do indeed enjoy going out, looking at naked ass, big titties, and things like that. Today was good and bad. I went out to a job interview thing. I, I'm definitely not gonna go for a job interview like this in the future. They made it seem like this was a short notice, immediate hire situation, and it turns out that like 8 people answered the Craigslist posting, and you know they didn't mention anything about what the job is until we got there and we were sat down in that room at the interview, so it was all a surprise to all of us. We were all sitting there like, really, that's the job we're here for? So I'm kind of glad I didn't get it, but at the same time it would have been nice to get that money. But it is a job where you're going to be going around door to door trying to get people to sign up for something. And to me, they made it sound like it's going to be a piece of cake. Just go do it, no big deal. But it's not ever going to be like that, because people aren't always home. And you try to bother people in the middle of the day and they're going to think you're some sort of solicitor, Jehovah's Witness, or whatever. It's not going to be easy to explain to certain people that this is what you're here for. You're trying to get them some sort of a tax break on their electric bill, that kind of thing. I definitely would have wanted to try it out to see how it's possible to get people to actually, reason with them about the benefits of such a thing. And I think I'm smart enough to have made my, I think I would have been really good at it, because they're asking these people, and these people are much older than I am. They're asking them to run around a bunch of apartment buildings all day, going door to door, talking to the tenants, and trying to get them to sign up for this service that they provide. Some sort of rebate on their electric bill where they get back money or something. Way too complicated for me to understand. They just throw it at you. They just sit you down in that room, and you think you're signing up for a customer service. If they had said door-to-door representative of a company in the Craigslist posting, that would have been a different story. I wouldn't have maybe thought about whether to go for that or not. When you say customer service, you think, oh, I'm going to be serving something. I'm going to be dealing with people in an office. I literally made it like that in the Craigslist posting. This is going to be a corporate job. So they put that wording in there, and you think, okay, you're at the corporation, at the building, and you're working inside of there. They did some tricky stuff to get us to all jump down there and try to get this job real quick. And I don't think it's any huge loss. I mean, it's a commission-based thing. The more you get people to sign up, the more money you make, sort of thing. So if you don't do crap and you don't get nobody to sign up for nothing, you don't get nothing. You get like a little $200, I think, and so is that worth it? Work weeks and weeks and weeks for that? So what am I gonna do now? I honestly don't know. I didn't get no education about like what life is going to be like now. Like how pivotal languages were. Like anywhere you go, especially in a place like New York, language is huge to employers, because there's so many people of various backgrounds in this place and at airports and things like that. And any kind of large gathering, that, yeah, it's a huge plus. So as much as people are trying to emphasize learning the complexities of science and history and all this other stuff, high level mathematics, yeah, it's always good to have any kind of smart education in that sort, but none of it's going to be practical. So that's all I got to say on that. Immediacy of life is what these employers want. They want you to be able to handle the way things are, not the way things are should be ideally. Hell no. I feel terrible today. I screwed up my little seedling that I was growing for the cherry. I screwed it up, broke it when I was trying to wash the dirt off of it, and that's the end of that. It's gone. So I did learn that there is a way I can regrow the cherry tree that we used to have, and that's the only thing I got from it. I don't think any of the seeds that I started the process of growth for are going to ever turn into nothing. But it's a start. It does showcase that you could just buy cherries at the store, take the seeds out, get them going, get the process started to actually grow a full tree, nurture it, take care of it for 7 odd years, and suddenly you'll have a full-fledged cherry tree. So I think I'll dedicate that time. I'm gonna really try to grow one and put it where the old tree was and see if it will actually turn into another tree. And I have to remove the stump. The stump of the old tree is still there, and it's like the gravestone of the original tree. I have such a fondness for that tree. I have such a great memory of that time when we used to eat the cherries from it, and yeah, it had nice flowers. It had flowers, and it's a big tree. It was nice. You could we used to swing from it. We used to climb it. I remember climbing the tree, trying to get up as high as possible during the autumn season when the petals fell off and there was no, it's just that, yeah, that thing. It's like I was thinking about, a long time, way back in the day when I used to be like mad young. I used to think I could build a tree house in the cherry tree. Stupid dumb crap like that. I was all contemplating how I could plan it and get it together and make it work and get the wood together to create the tree house. It was a big tree. Cherry trees. That tree was probably about goddamn near 20-something years old, maybe even more than that. But it was a full-fledged, real deal, giant, ridiculously big cherry tree. They make small cherry trees. I don't know how many, what the different variations on cherry trees are, but I've seen them in different sizes on YouTube. But yeah, when you see a YouTube video of a cherry tree, a guy growing one, and he's got a couple of them growing, it's just the start. That thing is going to grow into a tree in about a decade time. It's going to grow into a freaking tree, like an actual large tree. And that's what it's all about. I don't know how they get them to grow that large, and I'm really not sure if that particular person is willing to wait that long for that damn thing to turn into a full tree. And in some cases you do wait that long, and it's one of those cherry trees that does not bear fruit. So you just really wasted 7 years of your life, and that's just I don't think I have like a super duper interest in botany and becoming a person who deals with plants primarily, but I do enjoy it. I like seeing these things happen. They grow, they change, they turn into different colors. I like it, so I wouldn't mind helping out at the botanical gardens around here or something like that. Get a job there and learn about the plant world and how that whole thing works. I mean, that sounds like a plan in my opinion. So I'll look into that, getting employment at Botanical. Problem is that they probably don't have nobody ever leaving that job. You need to get a job where it's terrible. Somebody always leaves. There's always jobs. I'm pissing and moaning about losing out on this job that I could have got. And of course, today was a deadline for them to call me on the 2 jobs that I went for. None of that went through. So I didn't get a job there. I didn't get a job nowhere. But there's always jobs. This here, New York especially, you go to a small town, I think it's much tougher to get a job, because over there, they're pretty much, nobody just quits off the bat. Nobody's going anywhere. No one's leaving. There's no high turnover rates. Pretty much when people settle into a job that they think is okay and makes them enough money to survive off of, that's it for them. They're not going to go, hunting for anything new or different or growth opportunities. So I'm thinking, but around here it's always spinning. The grinding gears, that's what they call it. Around here it's always something new. It's always somebody died, something happened, this, that, so on. So they're always hiring in a lot of places. It's just a natural part of the way the world works around here. Problem is, they're just jerks at these job recruitment places, and if they can get away with it, they'll try to push the requirements further up than is necessary. They'll say, okay, can you do this? Can you do that? Do you have this certification? How about you get me the effing certification? How about we go through the process to get that? And then we can, the real deal is the way it's supposed to be. Is that you get the job and the jobs train you. You don't have to go get training to get the job. But they want to try to get away with not having to pay for training, because people typically get these jobs, get trained, and then they quit. So they don't want to pay for your training. They don't want to pay for you learning about the job, and then you decide to quit. So they ask for you to already have gone to a school here, a school there, lectures. I'm trying to just learn what it means to get a job in this field. And you're asking me if I've already done it? If I already have this knowledge of these things? When people become an electrician, when people become a person who's a plumber or something, they do not start off knowing everything. There's a point where they have to gain the knowledge. And typically, if you do have the electrician skill, you probably had some job somewhere, you got into it that had the necessity electrician skill, so you learned it. Now, I can't get in the door. If I can get in the door at these little jobs, at not great jobs, little jobs, if I get my foot in the door, then you climb up. You learn about the way these systems work and how you can fix them and repair them and make them work. And then you understand all this. You gain so much. You gain so much knowledge. And that makes me a freaking better employee for the future. Any place after that I go, I know these things, I know these systems. But there's so much politics to the job world, so many assholes in the job world that are just trying to, put their drama on top of you, and then you don't care. You're just trying to make money. And one of the worst things I've ever dealt with is just going to work, and the guys at work are more focused on pissing on me than they are making money. I'm not here for you. I'm here for my paycheck. Right? That's not the way some people think. They think I'm here to act like I'm in a movie and I'm the villain in the movie and I'm gonna fucking mess with you. And it's like, you want to fight? Let's fight. Outside of work, let's whoop each other's ass all day. I don't care. If that's your attitude, let's do it. But I'm right here trying to make money. Do not mess with me. Do not get in my way. I'm trying to just concentrate on the job. It's playground stuff. It's just playground stuff, and I'm 32 years old. Even back then in my 20s, it was still very stupid and weird to have to be dealing with this immaturity. But that's the way it is. There's a lot of freaking childishness going on in the adult arena, and it's neither here nor there to me. I'm just trying to make money. That's all it is. That's simple, straightforward stuff. You throw money at me. That's it. If I don't have to, I like the fact that I don't have to work for money sometimes. There's jobs out there where you just stand up looking in space and you get money in your pocket. That's a great thing. So, where do I go to get a job? Where do I go? Looking around, I think the medical world is probably the smarter place to go get a little job. I want to work in IT, but then I want my eyes to repair themselves. I'm reading about it a lot, about how over the years, I think there's a truth to that your eyes are, able to focus and refocus, and when you don't focus a certain way for such a long time, you lose the ability to focus that way. So I can agree with that. When I was growing up, they sat me at a computer all the time back in first grade and stuff like that. You're sitting at a desk all day doing book reading and things like that. Yeah, and eventually you're watching TV up close to the TV. So eventually I developed myopia, nearsightedness, and they started me off with glasses, and I've been wearing glasses ever since I was a little kid. So that means that I've never had to exercise my far-sighted capabilities. And from what I'm reading and watching online, it's because you stopped exercising your far-sighted eye muscle to squeeze your eye lens to look for far-sightedness. It's because you stopped pushing your eyes to do that it simply just shuts it down. And you did never develop farsightedness for the rest of your days. So once I don't know if it's gonna ever change back to normal, but apparently in some people it's possible to just take your glasses off and continue to just stop exercise it. Keep exercising your eye's ability to see far, and eventually it will regain that muscle that pushes that lens out. It's supposed to squeeze the lens in so that it can see far. And I haven't seen any results, honestly. I still have a very difficult, blurry way of seeing things far away. But I have experienced in the past when I lost my glasses for a while. I just lost them. My eyes got better because I was forced to have to actually use my natural eyesight instead of this weird, lens thing, reflection with the lens. So I was forced to just look at things and try to see them, and suddenly it did seem like I could see things far away after a few days or so of just going without glasses. I started feeling like, well, I am seeing things a little better, not perfect, but I'm starting to make it out. But of course my mind back then was thinking, oh, I need my glasses or else my eyes are going to get worse. And that's wrong. It's absolutely the false information that they're throwing out there, that if you don't wear your glasses and you have bad eyesight, that your eyesight's just going to get worse. So I believed that back then. I was thinking, well, I am able to see far away a little better without the glasses on all the time. But if I don't wear my glasses, I'm probably going to lose more of my eyesight because I'm struggling so hard to see things far away, and that's what's going on. But it's not true. I'm gonna try to correct my vision, and just they say you got to do eye exercises, get your eyeballs recalibrate it somehow. Just keep moving them around and focus and move your head so that your brain. When I do this, when I do this stuff and I move my head and I try to remain focused on an object, it actually starts to come into focus and actually start to sharpen. You know? It's like because my eyes are kind of like trying to recalibrate themselves to stay on focus, whatever the lens is that opens and closes, it does for a split second sharpen the focus on the object far away when you move your head around. So that's the idea. The idea is that it's just constantly trying to keep that point of focus and using that, whatever your brain does to keep things in focus. It helps it to kind of capture things a little better. And I hope that it works, because it's I don't think it's, I prefer to, I was thinking, oh, I want to be looking like Urkel, I want to be as smart as him and all that. And I don't know what my other reason for wanting to wear glasses was. I think the other kids wore glasses, so I wanted to be like them, something like that. Who was it that was my like Dexter? I think I was trying to emulate him a little bit, but mostly Urkel, I think. Who was it that wore glasses that I wanted to be like? I was a real dumbass. I don't know. I don't know who it was that had glasses on that I was trying to be like back then. Some TV guy character or something. But yeah, I think my friend got glasses and I was kind of jealous. So when I got glasses, I said, all right, now I'm one of the glasses kids. And when you're the glasses kids, you really embody the Urkel character. And I was always very Urkelish as a little kid, but I always didn't have no glasses on. I looked a lot more like Stefan. And I'd always get glasses and that I could see through without too much distortion, and I'd just run around pretending to be Urkel, but I never got to actually have serious glasses that were mine, and I had to wear them to see and shit like that. So I finally got the Urkel thing going, and that was I guess that's it. I wanted to be like Urkel. I wanted to look like Urkel for so long. It was kind of a struggle to have this infatuation with looking like Urkel, and you never wore glasses because you didn't need them. And then one magical day, I needed glasses. And I was all for it, man. I was like, yes, this is great. Finally, I can look like who I think I am. I'm the nerdy, smart black kid. All right, now I can look like it. And I'm agreeing with my own, that it's a bad idea to wear glasses, and if things were done differently, if this was a smarter household, it would have been a different scenario. I would have been, a lot of people saying, yeah, what the doctors say and all these things about the necessity of glasses is not true. And your eyesight, I'm surprised. I'm just like, I've been told for so freaking long, your eyesight will go down if you do not continue to wear glasses. And that's what I've been taught. That's simply what I've been taught. But truth is, the eye industry is not going to survive if people know this information about your eyes being able to just repair the muscle inside of the lens. The muscle that pushes and pulls the iris lens, whatever the hell it is. It'll just repair itself after it gets some exercise. It needs to be used. Once the necessity of it starts to come back, it will potentially get back to working hard and doing what it used to do. It'll take time, maybe a month or so, more than a month, I don't know. But it'll actually start to change back to normal, and your eyesight will get back to normal. You have perfect vision. So it's just that LASIK will go down the tubes. The whole industry will go down the tubes. People won't wear glasses anymore. You know, there is a push to make people wear glasses, make people buy contacts. It's an industry. It's making. I mean, like, does anybody not wear glasses? You typically see people wearing glasses who, you know, all the time. It's a fashion statement as well. I'd love to just wear fake glasses if I had a choice there. Just that'd probably mess up your eyes more than it would help. You know, even if it's just glass with no actual prescription. Just the idea of something breaking up the light going into your eyes. I used to wear sunglasses a lot, and one of the Terminator was what I was emulating there. And the thing about that is, I started wearing sunglasses longer during the day back in high school or whatever. I started wearing sunglasses all day, as much as I could, because you can't wear them in class. But anytime I was outside of class, I was always wearing sunglasses and rocking sunglasses. And I started to notice that I could see better there too. I used to just wear the glasses, and suddenly I'd be like, you know, my vision isn't that bad. You know, now mind you, the glasses did do something to bend the light before it got to my eye, and that probably helped me see a little better, not dramatically. But I think also, since I was not wearing my glasses for hours and hours and hours, I could actually, the eye muscle, the muscle in the eye was being stressed to actually have to use its natural vision instead of being allowed to be lazy. So I could see better while wearing just regular sunglasses all day. And I always wanted to be able to just wear sunglasses all day because, first of all, I look good in sunglasses. I look damn good. And I just thought I would hope that I could get a prescription or something to make that even a possibility in sunglasses. But now I'm thinking about it, this is a boon. If I can get away with just wearing sunglasses for the majority of my time, that's not bad. I got a ton of non-prescription sunglasses. Now I have a good, honest to God reason to just use them. I never wear sunglasses. I should wear sunglasses because it helps. It helps not to have people get personal with you, you know, because you look like a robot. You're just some, you know. Anyway, what am I doing right now? Because you all wanted to know, all y'all white people wanted to know. No. Like white people give a crap about me. No, I'm just saying. I'm playing Shenmue right now on the Dreamcast, and I'm just starting it all over again. I don't know what I did with the when Shenmue's only 3 discs. I'm under the impression when I'm playing Shenmue 2 that it's 4. Shenmue 2 is 4 discs. It's a lot of game packed in the 4 discs. Shenmue 1 is only 3, and then the last disc is some sort of online thing where you can get connected to the internet and do stuff there. But the first disc is only 3 discs. So I do kind of slightly remember when I rented it from Blockbuster, I might have actually run through all the discs real fast, got through the storyline. I played the part where the soccer ball and running through the alleyway and the quick time event. I remember distinctly that I played that part. I don't know if I ever got to the... I remember, like, there was a part where he had to fight, or something was going on with Lan Di. I had to deal with that. I don't remember that. Well, yeah, all I do remember is that the game was really frustrating. I had to do the yard work to get money. And, yeah, I walked around the city a lot, asked a lot of people a lot of questions. Eventually got, you know, between that and I don't know if I finished it. So I'm not going to finish Shenmue 2 without having finished Shenmue 1. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to blaze through Shenmue 1 before I get Shenmue 2. And of course, this month, I believe, they're going to release Shenmue 1 and 2 on PC and some sort of port. So everybody who's struggling to get the game and play it on emulator or play it on the original Dreamcast, you know, it's gonna be over soon. You're not gonna have to fight so hard to play Shenmue on the Dreamcast anymore. If that's your speed, you know what I mean? If you're a traditionalist and you want to play it old school and you play the original game, by all means, struggle and fight to get all the emulators working and doing all that crap that you gotta do. No, the original creator and everything is supervising and making a remastered high definition PC version of Shenmue to play before you jump in and play Shenmue 3, which is gonna break the bank. I swear to God. I swear to God. Now I want to sell the 4-disc CDRs that I just burned. I want to sell it on eBay and get it out there. Just get rid of it after the, you know. But ultimately, I have no idea if I can finish Shenmue on the thing that's coming in the mail, the Android PC stick kind of thing. If I can finish Shenmue on there, or somehow finish it some other way through it, because I got the Dream Shell thing working on the Dreamcast. Great thing, get it. It's great. I can play Shenmue on it. It's perfectly running. They're working on the next iteration of it. The developer, SWAT, is working on the next Dream Shell version that hopefully will fix a lot of the bugs. It's buggy as hell, and it's still in pretty much like its early stages, but it's gonna be, when this thing's said and done, you will have a way to play on the original Dreamcast without having to open it up and mod it and put all the soldering on it and all that stuff. I think eventually what I'll do is I'll sell my Dreamcast. My Dreamcast is an original 100% functional, normal, regular Dreamcast that was released on launch. It is the first Dreamcast ever, and I think a lot of people out there would appreciate getting one. And I don't know if I should sell it. I don't want to blaze it or burn out on me. This is my old VMU. See how damn dirty it is. This is my little, you know, probably still got my fingerprints on it from way back in the old days of X-Play and ZDTV. This is what we were playing with back then. A little bit of memory lane stuff. I don't think the battery even works in it. You can't turn it on. I gotta replace the battery in it. Well, I need to get a brand new VMU if I can find one, because memory is tight right now with all these games I'm playing. A Dream Shell allows you to take the memory off of it and save it to the SD card, so you can just basically swap out games memory and then just play whatever you want. And the Dreamcast is still a forgotten gem of a console with some excellent games, really heavily developed, good, solid games that no one will play because they're only available on the Dreamcast and difficult to find anywhere else. So I'm still devoted to the Dreamcast because I bought it, because I was very saddened by its decline when I had it. I was never intending to pirate games for it like a madman. It's just that I wasn't able to afford a damn thing worth of scrap. I would have bought all the games I could, but yeah, we had games for it. We bought games for it. Like something. I know I had Crazy Taxi. In fact, I still have it. I still got this bad boy. It does not play. It's too scratched. It's too old. It'll never play. But yeah, I was intending to buy uh, Sonic at some point, Shenmue. I gave the companies money. I didn't just bootleg. I mean, I rented a lot of Dreamcast games when they had an old shelf full of Dreamcast games at Blockbuster, and I do miss it. I miss browsing the aisles of Blockbuster and saying, "Oh boy, it's a wonderful store. This is great stuff." I do miss it. I miss discovering movies from the box. When you go online and you just see the title, you just see the little thumbnail of what it is, it's not the same. There's always a fun thing to be had reading the description, seeing the pictures on the back, and imagining what the movie really, is versus, like, the Spawn movie has the box image for it is so interesting. There's nothing in the movie that looks like that, but it's interesting. To see Jai White in the full Spawn suit, back then. They never really show it off like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was very much on the side of the Dreamcast, and I would have supported it, but things didn't turn out well for it. Shenmue is one of the, amongst many reasons, the Dreamcast. Dreamcast you can write a novel on the damn thing. It's just a complicated story of why the system came and went. And in my opinion, the Dreamcast was the precursor to the Nintendo's, like, GameCube and things like that. Not GameCube, kind of like that. It looks a lot like a little GameCube. And I think Nintendo GameCube came out. When that thing came out, it was essentially a small, riff off of the Dreamcast. Kind of did all the same stuff, just like arcade type of games and stuff like that. It wasn't trying to be epic like the PlayStation. The Dreamcast wasn't intended to be like the PlayStation. It's supposed to be a small, cute, hybrid Nintendo PlayStation sort of thing. And it was good. It wasn't like it deserved the end it got. No way. And it would be fascinating if there was a version of Shenmue made for the Dreamcast, Shenmue 3 made for just the Dreamcast. It would be interesting to see them retrograde everything and make a version just for the Dreamcast. No way, hell no. Shenmue 3 is coming out for the PS4 and for PC. So you can forget that. And of course, we've had so many in the decades that it's been since the original Shenmue that we've had so many clones of Shenmue that will Shenmue 3 seem special? When you can go play Sleeping Dogs, you can go play the Yakuza series, even GTA, and them have little Shenmue-ish qualities to them, So, Shenmue was the first free open world game, and GTA came along, and of course a lot of games aped off of Shenmue and GTA. So now Shenmue's got to do something better than all of those. And I certainly hope that there is an element to the game where you can do stuff that is just really not what you can do in any other game that we have. Of course, the fighting is what separates Shenmue a lot more from the other games that have come out. GTA's fights are just smashing a button repeatedly. They've tried in GTA 5 to make it so that you can have a more Shenmue-ish fight, where you can kind of, block and punch and kick in some sort of, those little bit of a strategized way. Is even as I played Shenmue on the Dreamcast with its limited control scheme, it has a far more complex and just better, more in-depth fighting system to it than any GTA ever made. And that is just really sad. There's no shooting in Shenmue. You don't shoot a gun, but any game can have shooting a gun. It's really a struggle to make a game able to create a really dynamic and good fighting scheme to it. And that's what Shenmue's always had. It's always had great fighting. The QTE I can take or leave. I don't really care for it. But I really enjoy the fighting mechanic to it. That's something that you're never going to find in GTA. And that's sad because it would actually be nice if they emphasize going to the gym and improving your fight skills, and you can have fight clubs and things like that, and you could like have actual cool, GTA Online is just sad in so many ways, genius in so many ways. If they can get something, if they can get nothing right, get the fighting right in the next one if possible. So I'm gonna end it here. I've gone on way too long, and hope this thing is able to upload. But yeah, those are my thoughts on things at the moment. It's been a long ass day, and I kind of needed to get a lot of crap out of my brain and onto all of you. So, what the hell?